Alright guys, well I want to show you all the end result. As you can see, they took a lot of care into the packaging. You know, they really went full out, made like little notes and stuff on here. You know, it's all Vault-Tec kind of stuff, which is really cool. I mean, just so it held all the little components. And they gave little, see if we can get in, screwdrivers, like Vault-Tec screwdrivers, you know, with the logo and all that stuff, which actually, like, these little things help you hold on to it. Truth be told, they give you another set, which these are the screwdrivers that work much better. I actually use my own screwdrivers. This is pretty cool. Really nice just because it has the little logo on there. And obviously you can use that for other stuff. But a couple things I didn't like. I don't know if there was a way you could actually do this, but on the instructions it shows how to do that. But whenever I opened up my thing, steps 7 through 13, which show that check mark, they were all stuck together, so I was unable to put the sticker on, which I probably wouldn't have put it on anyways. For one, I'll show you later, but I'd rather have it off. But anyways, aside from that, and it's really not a sticker, it's one of those you add water and you put the little guy on, take it off. And truth be told, if it was this generic, I probably would have left it on, but anyways. So yeah, they obviously the box is really nice, has the little logos on there, little metal clips, and the box would be great. I might hold all my Fallout stuff on here, but just want to let you guys see all the little components. Let's see if I can get this in. There you go. And this is a little padded cuff, and you actually have two of those because they combine together. Let me see if I can get that into focus. It doesn't look like it. Anyways, had a lot of fun building this. I will say there are definitely some components that I think they could have done better. Yeah, this will not focus. Anyways, but there were definitely... Oh, there you go. It works fine on that one. It says the same thing, as far as I know. Anyways, now for the grand reveal. So what I did was I took that little sticker and stuck it on there. Things kind of odd that they had to put the name Albert on there. I don't know if maybe that's a significant character, but anyways, here it is. Obviously it's attached to me and isn't going to be coming off anytime soon. Some of the things are incredibly detailed, so it's super hard to see if I can wiggle this out. I didn't make it tight, but you can see that whenever you build it and stuff, put it together, it has little tiny things, stuff that a lot of model stuff might not come with, you know. Little clicky button. When I first built that, I didn't put the little metal thing in it, so it didn't make the little noise. This probably is the coolest part about it, is this little metal sticker with the little PIP-BOY stuff on there. Those wires were a little bit of an annoying thing. The ones that hook up to the little Geiger counter, which you can see, and there's like 3 different sticker levels. You can have like high, medium, low on the radiation. Anyways, there's little buttons. Just click. This just kind of turns around, which is kind of sad. Like this right here just turns around, nothing fancy. But some of these are like very intricate. This little knob actually moves your radio. Now, if you notice, this bolt on the top could not get it to screw into where it would bite and lock in, so I just left it out. I might break the bolt and glue it or something, but anyways, little radio knob really works. Pretty cool. There's a little off-on switch, which there's obviously no mechanics in here, so no batteries or anything. If you look inside there, which you probably won't be able to see, they actually have the little vacuum bulbs. Once again, you don't notice it, but you know, obviously the person that puts it together does. But this is another thing. This little thing just comes right out. It doesn't lock in really. I kind of rigged it up so that it would stay in there decently well, but it just sits in there. And that is definitely more annoying than anything else in here. You can see the knobs and stuff. The little cushion all works well. One really cool thing about this is, let me see if I can kind of prop this up and do it, but this thing actually comes out. Now you gotta really wiggle it around. There's a button right there, kind of a slide lock. There's a button right here, and ta-da, you can get your holotapes. And I really like it because of the sound. It reminds me of the old VHS players that I grew up on. Anyways, there's a little fun little thing. I don't know if that's the right way to slide it in. And you'd put stickers on here as well. I just didn't really want to. Lock it on in. And push these buttons. Trigger on each side. Locks in. Anyways, that's my Pip-Boy. I think this is a GameStop exclusive. Overall, it was probably took me about 5 or 6 hours to build. I didn't really rush it. I kind of built stuff over the course of a couple days, doing odds and ends. Overall, really nice thing. It definitely had some issues. Now kind of going back into critique mode. If you look in here, you can see these little black bands. Well, there's 3 of them. Probably you can only see 2, but there's 3. Anyways, this whole band right here is not even locked in. The little clips are extremely fragile, and in doing so, I broke 2 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 of the 9 little components. If you notice right here, you see these little holes going along here. And this is another cool thing that's shows that they put a lot of effort and energy into it. Nobody's ever going to see that Vault-Tec logo, except whenever you're building it, because the guard, the little plushy padded cuff, covers it all up. But anyways, the person building it, sees it, and that's really cool. Once again, kind of an odd thing, and maybe there was a way to take it out, and I just couldn't figure it out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these things were all combined, 7 through 13, which really made it hard. Like I said, I wasn't able to get it out. There might have been a way, and I just wasn't patient enough. But I wasn't able to slip the sticker in there to make it actually go through. But anyways, that's fine. Like I said, I wasn't going to put it in there anyways. Also, it gives you a couple different options if you want different stickers. The funny thing is it's only 2 dates, and maybe that's like when it first started, when it closed or something. I'm sure there's a significance between those dates. You guys let me know. Make fun of me for not being legit enough. But anyways, you can see that you can put the little dates right there, which is really cool. Also, they came with, I guess, a little, looks like a toothpick, which I didn't open up. I just wanted to leave in the little container. But it's there's 120 odd steps. Some of them are super duper easy. Steps 1 through 5, 6 actually. That just builds that little tiny vault, that little holotape. Anyways, and I'll say there's definitely stuff that they did good, stuff that they could have done better. Step 29 I'm going to show out. It's one of those things to where, in the grand scheme of things, I forgot to do it. Put everything together, and then I went back and noticed I missed it, so took a bit hard. I was probably about maybe an hour into it, so I didn't lose a whole lot of time, but I went back and put it in there, and it makes that little click noise, which is pretty cool. One of the things, you can see like the little vacuum bolts in the vacuum housing. Like I said, definitely put a lot of effort into it. It goes behind this little grate, and you don't really ever see it again. I mean, technically you see it, but you got to have like a flashlight. The little wires, the blue, red, and green and stuff, I thought were kind of cool. It took me a little while to get them locked in. You know, some of these things, they went all out and they made a very, you know, springs and clips just to make the little radio work, which was pretty cool. Also, they gave you a nice little rubber band, and that took a while for me to actually get lined up straight so that you can make the radio work. But that was definitely worth it. Definitely one of those things to where as somebody who works on occasion with blueprints and stuff, I really liked that they scaled some of the things. Like if you notice that screw on the top thing, that's the exact scale for it. You know, that, you know, because there's a lot of different screws, you want to make sure that you're getting the right ones. And they all were there. Didn't have any extras, which doesn't bother me, but I'm always a fan of them putting in extra stuff just in case you lose it. Them springs, I had a spring literally hit me in the eye when I was working on them. Found all the parts. Anyways, you can see that it's a pretty in-depth thing. A lot of bolts, nuts, screws, stickers. As you can see, there's a lot of steps. Like I said, it took me probably about 5 or 6 hours, but I wasn't devoted to nothing but working on them. Really cool, just like all the little data that they, you know, stuff like here, you know, this product's not recommended for kids. Not suitable for children under 3 years, choking hazards, all that kind of stuff. Please keep all packaging and manual for future referencing, which I like the way that they kind of play around with this. Designed in England, made in China. Info at the onecompany.com. I need to look under the One Company. But anyways, like I said, they really went all out with some of the stuff, and then you can tell it's a mixture of metal, plastic, and whatnot. So wires and all that stuff were pretty nice. Like I said, with the exception of the little coiled wire, that was my really only complaint, is that it doesn't really stick in very well to that. And I might be able to find a way to kind of rig that to where it lines up better. But yeah. The inside, those little clips, I wish they would have been stronger, sturdier. 2 of them went right in nice and straight, and the third one would not line up, and you can probably see. There you go. Like I say, you can't really tell, but it didn't lock into the actual mechanism. Anyways, I do like that that guy does really stick out when you got light on him. Once again, that sticker is just, I just set it on there. It literally slides right off. It was designed to be put inside the components and then built, but for whatever reason, I wasn't unable to get it to lock. Anyways, as you can see, you can probably easily put a nice sticker on there. And I might in the future be able to look for maybe a sticker to place over that or build it. They might have stuff like that later on. All in all, I would say this is definitely a keeper. It's definitely worth the price. I think it was like $180 before tax, if I remember correct. But anyways, I will say there are some small things that I don't like. Number one, like small stuff that just does not really lock in well. They have a mixture of metal and plastic, and you can see there's small stuff like this little weathering stuff, which I actually think is kind of cool, but I could see how a lot of people would not like it. There are definitely little tiny pins and stuff that hold the stuff together, and this little crank thing is pretty cool. Don't think it works as well as it should, and I will say for the price, I honestly would have expected some lights or some sort of mechanical, more advanced as far as like electronics go. But definitely great. I mean, you know, as far as like a cosplay thing, it's like, you know, high quality. You know, it has a little Geiger counter. So buttons push stuff. They don't really do something with the exception of the radio one. So, anyways, this is my review. Definitely good. If you've never done a model or anything, never put anything together, this would be kind of a good level entry. Probably could definitely use people's help if you've never done it before. You know, these little plastic buttons I wish were a little sturdier, but all in all, it's good. Definitely just designed for you know, to sit on the thing or to, you know, go to a cosplay tournament. But anyways, this is me signing out and give my stamp of approval. This will not work in the real post-apocalypse, but for all that we're doing, it's great. Anyways, y'all have a great one.